Hi girls, welcome back to 3 Talking Rabbits with several talking chickens. Hi Agnes. Yeah, Chuck. How's my Agnes?
This little thing here, and then I fill this thing with water. And then I sprinkle in salt. And then I dump the water out.
And then there's mud everywhere, which is awesome, right?
And then there's some fertilizer.
Oh, good job.
It won't give me that much fertilizer.
Go ahead, tell me all about your mud.
My mud is very, very soft, so it's good for making fertilizer.
All right, well this is also the old horse and cow yard, so I bet that is absolutely perfect fertilizer. It's been a lot of years, so it's no longer poop. It's officially mud. You have a beautiful mud ball there.
I usually turn this into balls because the balls can fit very good in the bucket.
Yep, sounds good to me. So I was going to go over a different project that I was doing in the barn, except for there's kittens in there who want to mew at me the entire time I'm in there. So obviously that is not going to work because all I'm going to want to do is play with the kittens. So I'm going to go back upstairs and inside and talk to you about the projects that I've been working on. So lots of work in progress, whips, and some finished objects, and we'll just do that rather than the thing I was going to do because kittens are distracting. Well, that is an incredible place to be. I hope she pulls you guys out of there eventually. Hi. How are you? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you want to be picked up? All right, I'll pick you up, but I got to turn the camera off to do it. Okay, so this is alpaca and angora, and it's just a single on my wheel right now, so that is a work in progress. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. There's a limited amount, and I don't know if I'm going to 3-ply it with something else or what the deal is going to be, so it's just sitting here. This is my plague shawl, and it is different yarns with angora combined in them that are just like ends of things. And then this ball right here, which is very large, was the pheasant colorway from Birds of a Feather Comage Fiber Art spinning box that I recombined with a bunch of other fibers. I don't actually like it all that much in this project. I may use it in small bands, but I'm going to switch to something else pretty soon. And this is just straight up knit with one increase per row. It's a no-brainer project, and it's just a stress relief. Don't have to think about it kind of thing. And we'll see how it turns out. It might be ugly, it might be great, I don't know. Okay, finished objects. I made some soap. Castile soap. We were planning on making soap before this whole plague thing hit. There's 3 different soaps in here, and I'm not going to take everything out, but we have geranium, grapefruit, and there's lemon underneath. And I use these little molds. They're mustaches and kisses from Valentine's Day that my sister-in-law got me for like baking, and they're just the what are they called? Silicone molds. That's the word I'm thinking of. And I really like this soap. This is beautiful. Works great. And then we have some lard soap and tea tree and lemon, and it's stinky. Okay, more works in progress. My son has decided that he wants to collect various plant samples and make like a little botany study kit thing to go along with his fossils and rock collection and stuff like that. And so, being a good homeschool mommy, I of course went to like YouTube and Pinterest and stuff and looked up how to do this stuff because, you know, this is very fragile. And there was a suggestion to iron samples so that you didn't have to wait a week for pressed flowers. And while that may be okay for home decor items, only not if they're juicy because then you get cooked plants. I don't recommend it for botany study items because it basically cooks all of the fine details. You lose everything. Let's see if I can zoom in without losing focus. In a dried flower, you would be able to see all the veins and everything. You can't see anything on this. So if you're doing home decor, go ahead and stick them between a few pieces of paper and iron them on low. It's 15 seconds in each area so that you don't scorch anything, and then it takes about 5 minutes all told to get the plant dry, as long as it is not juicy. Don't do juicy plants. But you're only going to get a decoration. You're not going to get something that you can actually study. If you want plants to actually study, press them between the wax paper or the parchment paper in a book or a plant press like you're supposed to, because this basically just fries all of the cells and the little hairs and everything. So, yeah. Alright, works in progress. Crazy Cat Lady dress, which is a modern dress that is giving me absolute fits because I like it on the dummy and I hate it on me. On the dummy, the sleeves look awesome and fashionable and wonderful, and on me they look like a hospital gown. So, have to figure something else out for that. Okay, like everybody else in the world right now, I am also sewing masks. I'm not going to do a mask tutorial. Oh my god, you don't need another mask tutorial. If everybody wears them, then everybody is protected. So that's the whole point of the masks. But I've had fun making them for my friends, and I found that they're pretty easy to wear, and they save me from a tremendous number of allergies this spring. I noticed a difference immediately when I put the masks on, which was awesome. This is bad mask selfie time. Okay, so this is the full mask. It's the Craft Passion pattern, except that I've added ties because I ran out of elastic like everybody else ran out of elastic. And this is fogging my glasses because I don't have the insert in it. Insert in, I just run it down here. Oh, hang on. So like, see, like that, it goes in there. And then there's also a bridge over the nose that, like a twist tie or a piece of foil that's folded, and that'll also stop the stuff from coming up. Because when you breathe out, if you wear glasses and you breathe out, hang on. See that? I'm actually having to try to do it, but if you have the bridge there, it acts as a moisture barrier and it doesn't let the steam go up. This is a copy of the Man's Craft Passion mask that is from her original PDF, which is free. And this is the adjustment that I made to the Man's mask. And what I ended up doing is taking the nose out at a lower angle. And you wash these on hot in your washing machine and dry them on high in your dryer. Don't use smelly stuff because it's right next to your face. You'll get overwhelmed. And I like this a lot. I totally lied when I said you didn't need another mask video. Okay, so everything in here is a mess, but I got the sheep and calf hides from my friend Phil from Easter, and this winter he lost several calves, which is horribly unfortunate. but they were able to save the hides for me. And so these are all rolled and salted and trimmed. And there's 4 calf hides all told. So I'm very much looking forward to making some beautiful uterine vellum. It's awful that the calves died, but we'll make something pretty out of them. And my chickens are 100% certain that treats fall out of my pockets wherever I go, despite this not being the fact. Sweetheart, that is way too much salt for you to eat. I gotta cover that. Okay, so this is the vellum that I started working on like well, it was winter time anyway. It's been a while. We had the whole do meat, make hams, brew beer stuff happening in the basement, and sanding animal hides while making foodstuffs is not an ideal combination. So I set this aside, and there were some major issues with this particular calf hide. The first one, I did not stretch it properly. This is the spine line right through here. Okay. And it did not get stretched as much as it should have been stretched. It did not get stretched at the proper angles for a good stretch. And so what I decided I was going to do is to thin it down as much as I could with it on here, and then take it off of here, re-wet it, and re-stretch it. So that what I don't have happening is this. See, these are wobblies. I shouldn't have that. I should have things that are nice and flat. That should not happen. So I'm just going to keep thinning it down. What I found is that calf hide is incredibly thick. Like, oh my God, so thick. And because I want a nice book page, I need it to be thinner, so I'm just going to keep working it until it is the thickness that I want, and then I'll restretch it. So that pretty much brings us up to the end of my current projects, and we'll see where things go in the next couple weeks. I have a book that I need to put together in the next 2 weeks, which has had 0 progress made on it aside from putting lines on the pages and figuring out which text I would like to translate. It's going to be part of the Decameron, which is completely appropriate, and then that will get mailed off to the recipient, and hopefully she will love it. So thank you very much for joining me at 3 Talking Rabbits, and I will speak to you again soon.